We finally have the season finale of season 2 of Helluva Boss Sinsmas. I've waited for this episode, both being intrigued by its premise, but also in anticipation to see how it wrapped up the end of this season. I recently spoke about the messiness of the season thus far and wasn't sure if we'd have time to finish this out all properly, but I'm pretty happy with what we've got. Sinsmas is just a mix of the best moments of Helluva Boss, the best parts of it, setting us up for a really bright future. We get moments of growth for Blitz and Stolas while seeing other characters begin to face some real challenges in their futures, most notably Millie and Octavia. It did everything it needed to and more, wrapped up into this nice Christmas-themed bow to kind of just fix the season. It's incredible. First, Stolas. The prostitution to enemies to lovers relationships, which we've focused on all season and even most of last season. Ending the last episode, Mastermind, I had my doubts. It could have quickly ended in flames, or we could have skipped on a very important piece of development. Stolas could have got off scot-free, but the team did a great job. He's struggling with his decision to drop everything for Blitz, fixing 2 of my previous issues. 1, it proves he didn't sacrifice his life in the previous episode out of pure obsession with Blitz counteracting what happened in Apology Tour, but that it was the right thing to do and a rekindling of the love came afterwards. It wasn't what caused it. Stolas sang about how he was mad at Blitz for seemingly never caring about him, but then for Blitz to accept responsibility for the climb, to later try and protect Stolas, and to clean him and everything that happened in the end of the previous episode, it showed that Blitz not only listened and learned to be better to Stolas like we saw in the Penguin episode, but he cares about Stolas. The other concern of mine was that of Octavia, and yeah, he definitely realized his mistake and is now very much paying for it. Having Stolas obsessively calling his daughter just hits so hard. His breakdown when he got a spam call and seeing the pure desperation to talk to Octavia really worked and again reinforced the previous decision and how it was a spur of the moment, although in character decision. And Octavia's song, oh, it was fantastic. It had a teen melodrama in the lyrics, which are just so silently spiteful, and which we also see represented in the visuals, just like with Stolas' songs. The visuals are amped up with the magic, and it just becomes disgustingly great. Seeing Blitz taunt Octavia in the visions, calling back to him, taunting Stella for sleeping with Stolas, oh, that was amazing. And then some of the lines, "When you're gone, I'll be okay," is so cruel. I know, it connects to Stolas' lullaby, but then she follows it up by saying, "I knew I was right to doubt you." So either way, she's saying it with just an edge of bitterness. It may not have been intended to be so cruel, but a line like that just cuts so deep. Or another, the one that ends the song, "I'll just get older and you'll only know my name." Wow. Having the world fall apart around Octavia, the statues, the family photos, the pictures of her with her dad burning, forming her footprints, a mark by her to be forgotten, blown in the wind. It is very well, it might be the best song in this show. And we had Mastermind 3 weeks ago. But the episode finally made me care about Octavia. For so long, she has just felt like an afterthought, and her placement making her feel just whiny more than justified in a lot of things, like Season 2, Episode 1. And yet here, where it makes least sense story-wise, where she is the most incorrect, we can finally see her perspective. While Androphis and Stella may have been plotting against Stolas right in front of her, they never left. We are finally at a point where although Stolas did the right thing in his story by saving Blitz, he also ruined his daughter's life. He abandoned her, even if unwittingly. His gut instinct told him to run away, and the consequences are so bittersweet. The world building and small details in this episode is just truly amazing. I love Sinsmas so much, just how everyone falls into their sins to celebrate. Moxie and Millie become playfully violent, Luna binge eats, and on a thematic level, Androphis and Octavia let their pride get the better of them during this climax. Oh, the details! The only characters who aren't celebrating sin and are trying to do good, repairing their relationships, are Stolas and Blitz. We have Blitz letting go of wrath and sparing the family, not drinking like we saw him do very much in the previous season finale, letting go of business or ego, all the sins he could be celebrating. He's just not, and he's at an all-time high in this show. He has never been this happy and nice to anyone since his childhood throughout the show. He still cracks a few jokes at Moxie's expense, but he's happy, and it's so good to see. He really deserves it, and getting that downtime shopping montage to start the episode was such a good decision. Finally showing his slow, painful season-long growth. And getting back to that family for a moment, that was probably the best scene we've gotten, period, in the show. Blitz, the guy who would kill children for free of charge, advertising commercials I might add, who started the show chastising Moxie for wanting to spare her family, is now trying to save the lives of one. I understand it's supposed to represent his relationship with Stolas, but also, Blitz is finally happy and complete. In the past, he would tear others down so they would be at his level, using hell as an excuse to be a bad person. Now, at his own detriment, losing money, he would rather see others happy instead of bringing them to hell. What amazing growth. And finally, just the Sinsmas party was great. Just seeing everyone have fun, not including Stolas, it was perfect. The dancing outside, the banter between Stolas and Blitz, them talking about sex and it not ending in, you know what, ending with Stolas still looking off to the distance while Blitz is complete. What poetry. This episode just mixes the favorite parts. We have a fun mission like we used to get. We have a meeting like we got in the pilot episode, and I loved that so much. Just the messing around with each other. It was amazing. We got downtime moments of calm. We got amazing songs and visuals. We got anything you could want out of Helluva Boss, it was here. Like, my only real complaint is that starting next season, I don't know what we're going to do with these characters. For that reason, I'm definitely going to make a video talking about what I want to see in Season 3, but yeah, the episode is just pretty amazing. It wraps up plot lines, fixes character motives, it does everything that you could ask for from a season finale, and it shows us that pregnancy tests exist in hell. Merry Sinsmas, everyone. Oh, epic video is still coming. I just really want to talk about Helluva Boss first, so expect the epic video on like Tuesday. Yeah, we have pregnancy tests in hell. Amazing.